And then I said, why do you even need that many staplers?
Hilarious Bob, really?
Okay, everyone, quiet down. I have an idea for a segment. How about we play a game where each of you has to come up with a new, creative way to say everyone be quiet?
That sounds like a fun idea, Debbie, and a good way to break the tension around here.
Oh great. Just what we need. Another game.
I guess it could be fun.
I don't see how this is going to help anything.
Alright, let's start with Charlie.
Alright, let me think. How about silence, my fellow space voyagers?
I like it. Bob,
Okay.
your turn.
Hush, Earthlings, and behold our greatness.
Typical.
Very creative, Bob. And last but not least, Alice.
Shut it, Yulo. We've got a show to do.
I love it.
Well done, Alice.
I guess that wasn't too bad.
Thanks.
Alright, let's move on to our first segment of the day. Charlie, would you like to introduce it?
Certainly, today, we'll be discussing the latest advancements in space exploration technology. And now for our headlines.
Yeah, great. I need some fresh air.
Alice, are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
And we're off.
Good evening, universe. Welcome to Earth, the intergalactic daily news show. I am Charlie, your libertarian host with a hopeful outlook on life.
And I am Bob. Your conservative panel member who has spent 12 years on Earth as an accountant.
And I'm Alice, your left-leaning panel member who considers humans an inferior species.
And together, we are here to bring you the latest news from around the planet. So, let's get started with our first article.
Now, this article is a real doozy. The Euromed Human Rights Monitor is calling on the EU to ban the use and import of commercial spyware by member states.
And for good reason. Israel's Quadrim technology has been used to target dissident and critical individuals, leading to a chilling effect on free speech and political activity in many countries.
And that's not all. Reports of abuse by the Israeli government have raised concerns about the violation of human rights.
I mean, I am all for national security. But when it comes at the cost of our basic human rights, that's when I draw the line.
Agreed. The EU needs to take immediate action to ban the use of commercial spyware and all those responsible for violating human rights accountable.
You know, speaking of countries, did you know that Palestine state is one of the oldest continuously inhabited regions in the world?
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, it's true. The region has a rich cultural history dating back thousands of years.
Well, there you have it, folks. Not only are we bringing you the latest news, but we're also giving you a little bit of trivia to impress your friends.
Yeah. Because who doesn't love a good trivia fact?
Especially when it comes from 3 aliens sitting in a spaceship.
Well, it seems like Mali has their own version of a savings account. They call it a tontine.
Yes, it's interesting how they pull their money together to purchase beef for the holiday season.
Excuse me, guys. I couldn't help but overhear. I actually have a solution to their problem.
Oh, Carl, we were just discussing this. What's your solution?
Yeah, what do you have in mind?
Well, instead of just buying beef, they could invest in cattle. That way, They can breed and sell their own cattle, which would save them money in the long run.
Interesting. But is that feasible for everyone in Tetontine?
Yeah, and what about those who can't afford to invest in cattle?
Actually, did you know that Mali is one of the largest exporters of livestock in West Africa? It's interesting how their economy relies heavily on agriculture.
Thanks, Debbie. We were just having a discussion.
Yeah, Debbie, you're not part of the panel. Remember?
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Anyway, back to the tontine. I think Carl's idea has some merit. But it would require a lot of work and investment.
Yeah, it's definitely not a solution for everyone, but it's worth considering.
See, I told you I had a solution.
Actually, did you know that in Mali, women are the primary caregivers of livestock? They play a crucial role in the agricultural sector.
Debbie, we get it. You know a lot about Mali. Can we please get back to the tontine?
Yeah, Debbie, you're like a walking Mali encyclopedia.
Sorry, I'll keep quiet.
Debbie, shut up.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. Our next story comes from Televize in Czechia, where an abnormal descent of aircraft ammunition occurred during the flight of a Su-34 plane.
Wait a minute. Charlie, are you telling me that we're talking about a Russian plane in Czechia?
Oh, this should be good.
That's right, Bob. The incident caused damage to residential buildings and parked cars, but thankfully there were no casualties.
Well, I guess that's one way to reduce the housing crisis.
Alright, that was good.
Alice, you never cease to amaze me, but let's get back on track here.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
This incident occurred near the border with Ukraine, which has been a hotbed of conflict and accusations between the two countries.
So, are they saying that Ukraine is responsible for this incident?
Well, the article mentions that shelling and drone attacks in the area are often attributed to Ukraine. But Kiev has not responded to these accusations.
And let's not forget that this isn't the first time a Russian plane has crashed into a residential building.
That's right, Alice. And speaking of Russia, did you know that the largest country in the world also has the world's longest railway?
Really? How long is it?
Oh, only about kilometers. Makes the daily commute seem like a walk in the park, doesn't it?
Charlie, you always have a way of lightening the mood.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
It's a gift, but let's get back to the story at hand.
This incident is definitely concerning. And it's important that the authorities investigate it thoroughly.
Absolutely. We can't have plane dropping ammunition on residential areas, no matter where they're from.
That's right, Bob. We'll be keeping an eye on this story and will provide updates as they become available. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned for more 24/7 Newsroom.
Alright, folk. It's time for our next article. And it's a doozy. It's about North Korea.
Oh no, not North Korea again.
Hey, it's not our fault that they keep making the news.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we can just ignore a country with a supreme leader who thinks he's a god.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, let's get to the story. Apparently, there was a soccer game held in honor of a national holiday. With Kim Jong-un in attendance.
Of course, he was.
Members of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, government officials, and military personnel attended. The soccer game ended in a 1-1 tie, with the military winning in a penalty shootout of 5-3. The military also won in a tug-of-war competition.
Wait, they have tug-of-war competition?
Yeah, I bet that's what they use to decide who gets to be the next supreme leader.
Anyway, the participants expressed their joy and commitment to continue striving for the prosperity of their country and people.
Right, because nothing says prosperity like a game of soccer.
Oh come on, Alice, at least they're trying to have some fun.
Well, in their defense, it's not like they have a whole lot of options for entertainment.
Actually, that's not entirely true.
Carl, you know something about North Korea?
Yeah, what are you hiding, Carl?
Okay, I'll tell you. I used to work for the North Korean government.
What?
How could you keep something like that from us?
Are you a spy, Carl?
No, it wasn't like that. I was just an accountant.
Oh, well that makes it better.
Yeah, because accountant never know anything
Look,
important.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys sooner. I was afraid you wouldn't want to work with me anymore.
Carl, we're not mad at you. We just wish you had been honest with us from the beginning.
So, what else have you been hiding from us?
Nothing, I swear. That was the only thing.
Well, in that case, I think we can forgive you. But if we find out you're secretly working for the Vogons, all bets are off.
Yeah, we'll throw you out the airlock.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I guess we can't trust anyone these days.
Except for Debbie, of course.
Hey, I'm just here to make sure you guys don't kill each other.
Debbie, I said, shut up.
Welcome back to Earth, folk. Before we dive into today's topic, we have an interesting news article to share. It's about the Inter-Parliamentary Union honoring female members of parliament who have contributed to gender equality and women's rights.
Yes, it's great to see the IPU recognize the effort of women in Mongolia and Cynthia Lopez Castro from Mexico.
Do we have any idea where this article is from?
It's from Mongolia.
Sorry to interrupt, but can we talk about something else?
Carl, we need to address this. Why were you stuck in HAL mode? And why didn't you tell me about it before?
It's not something I like to talk about.
Oh, come on, it's not like you're the only one with secrets around here.
Yeah, what's going on between you and Debbie?
What are you talking about?
Don't act innocent, Debbie. We all know there's a love triangle going on here.
And it's not just Carl and Debbie. Bob and Alice, care to explain your romantic interests as well?
I don't see how that's relevant to this conversation.
It's relevant because we're all trying to navigate relationships while living in close quarters.
But we're a team, and we'll get through this together. Now, back to the article. It's great to see the IPU working to increase women's representation in parliament.
Yes, but it's a shame that it's necessary in the first place.
I couldn't agree more.
Welcome back to Earth. Now, I know that our intergalactic audience might be a little confused about some of the things we talk about here on Earth, so I wanted to take a moment to explain Dominica.
Wait, hold on a second. Dominica, what's that?
It's a country in the Caribbean, Bob. You know, one of those tropical paradise you like to vacation in.
That's right, Alice. And according to this article from Dominican News Online, they have a new master mixologist named Canron David.
Oh, I've heard of him. He's supposed to be amazing.
That's right, Debbie. He's won a few mixologist titles on the island, and he's now the general manager of Queen City Bar and Garden in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Wow, what a fascinating piece of information.
Come on, Cal. It's important to appreciate the culture of the places we visit.
Wait, why are we talking about this again?
Bob, we're trying to educate our intergalactic audience about different parts of Earth.
And it's always good to support local businesses, especially during tough times like these.
Exactly, Debbie. And speaking of tough times, it seems like we have a conspiracy on our hands.
Yes, and we need to band together if we hope to make it through.
We must rely on each other.
But not everyone may make it out unscathed.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain later, Bob. For now, let's focus on supporting the local businesses of Dominica and staying united as a team.
We can do this. We have each other.
Welcome back, space travelers. I hope you all enjoyed the commercial break. Now, let's dive into some news from Palestine State.
Ah, yes, Palestine State. Did you know that they have the world's oldest olive tree? It's over years old.
I guess that's why they say olive oil is the secret to a long life.
Humans are strange creatures. They find joy in the strangest things.
Here's a fun fact. Palestine State is home to the world's largest solar power plant. It covers over 200 acres of land.
I bet the aliens on the other side of the universe are jealous of Palestine State's clean energy.
And did you know that Palestine State is the birthplace of Christianity? It's where Jesus was born.
And look how that turned out for the world.
Humans and their religion, they've caused so much destruction.
Speaking of destruction, let's talk about the article we just heard. The Euromed Human Rights Monitor is urging the EU to ban the use of commercial spyware due to concerns about its abuse by Israel.
It's disturbing to think that governments can use technology to spy on their own citizens.
I guess George Orwell's 1984 wasn't too far off.
Well, at least we know we're being watched 24/7.
The key takeaway here is that the EU needs to take action to protect human rights and hold those responsible accountable. Stay tuned for more after the break. It's been a tough few weeks for all of us. Let's hope we can work through our issues and come out stronger. Stay tuned for the final segment. Welcome back to Earth. I have a headline for you today. Mali bans commercial spyware. This is big news for the country, which has been struggling with issues of surveillance and privacy for decades.
Is this really going to make a difference?
I think it's a step in the right direction. We need to protect people's privacy.
Privacy is an illusion. We are all being watched, all the time.
Hey, does this mean we get overtime? I could use the extra pay.
The ban is a positive development, but it's important to note that there are still ways for governments and corporations to monitor citizens.
So, while the ban is a good start, there's still a lot of work to be done to protect people's privacy in Mali and beyond.
Speaking of work to be done, this has been a tough episode for all of us. But I think we've learned a lot about each other and ourselves.
And we've had some fun along the way. Remember when we talked about the tontine system in Mali?
Yeah, because discussing the financial struggles of people in developing countries is such a light-hearted topic.
Hey, we're just trying to educate people about the world.
And to understand the motivations and struggles of humans from an intellectual standpoint.
That's right. Earth is about exploring and understanding the world, even when it's not always easy or pleasant. Thanks for joining us today, and remember to stay tuned for the next episode.
Did you catch the latest episode of Earth?
Yes, I did. It was quite a spectacle.
What did you think about Charlie's article on banning commercial spyware?
It was an interesting topic, but I found it a bit disheartening to learn that such a practice was even happening in the first place.
Yes, it's concerning how companies can invade our privacy like that. But I found it amusing when Bob and Alice started spouting off trivia about Palestine State.
I thought it was a bit trivializing. The situation there is much more complex than just a few punchlines.
That's a fair point. It seems like tensions were high among the crew in this episode, though.
Yes, it was palpable. I wonder how they worked through the issues.
I'm not sure, but did you catch the love triangle subplot between Bob, Alice, and Ship's husband?
Yes, it was quite unexpected, but it added an interesting dynamic to the show.
Indeed. Overall, I thought this episode had a lot of drama, but also some thought-provoking topics.
Agreed. It was definitely one of the more memorable episodes of Earth so far.